A mighty man. Well, Jack Casey was a mighty man, 6'10", had a darkened tan. He had long black hair and a leathery face, hands of iron. His eyes were jet black like the color of a well-used fireplace. Casey worked on the farm all of his life. On his right side, he carried a custom Bowie bone-handled knife. Casey feared nothing in this world that walked. His voice was deep. It sounded like thunder when he talked. Casey was mean and loved to fight. He drank shine by the gallon and went looking for trouble every night. Casey had fought every man in town. He'd even put some deep in the ground. Casey got drunk one night and looked for a man to fight everywhere. When he remembered about a fight being held at town square, a traveling sideshow was paying a prize for a man that would fight a real grizzly bear. Casey walked up to where the fight was taking place, stood in line for a chance to stand down a real grizzly bear face to face. No man had ever beaten that old mean, snarling grizzly bear, but Casey wasn't an average Joe. If the odds were against him, he didn't care. The man told Casey $10 he would have to pay. For a $500 prize, 3 minutes in the cage, Casey would have to stay. Casey didn't bat an eye. He handed the man his money and said, "After I'm done, you'll need another bear because this one's going to die." The man opened the cage and Casey stepped in. The man that took his money said, "You're a big bad boy, but you'll never win. Well, I've taken this bear everywhere. He's never lost a fight, I swear." Casey walked to the bear, put up his fist. That old bear stood up on his back legs, looked at Casey, then growled and hissed. Casey hit the grizzly 3 times in the gut. Then that bear went crazy, and every body part on Casey that was closed was open, and every open part was shut. Casey was lying on the ground trying to regroup, but that old bear put Casey on the ground in one big swoop. Casey made it to his feet and stood upright, looked at that bear in the eye and said, "Well, bear, I guess you win this fight." Casey walked out of the cage with his head held down. All of his clothes were hanging like rags and dragging the ground. After all the undefeated years, Casey had finally been beat by a freakish bear standing more than 10 feet. Casey learned a valuable lesson that night. You know, sometimes you get your ass beat when you go looking for a fight.